if you guys say that it will work, there is no juju. There's no juju. Even if your life plans is like this, your work can join it together.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different. You must be made for me. Patience.
Part 3 of What is Love? Meet Stephanie. Stephanie is a graduate of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the CEO of Steph Curry's Delight. Now, as a creative entrepreneur, she is a passionate content creator and a talented baker. But get this, her true love is football, and she's an avid player and diehard fan of Chelsea. But when Stephanie's not on the pitch, she enjoys quality time with her loved ones, and she's constantly inspiring others to pursue their dreams. And today, Stephanie and I are going to be talking about love, majorly from the long distance perspective, but also Stephanie will be sharing her opinion on different aspects of love. Now, I recorded this video a while back, so our notion on certain things have changed, but if you pay close attention, there are certain things that she speaks about that are plain written on stone. Now, I hope you'll be able to pick up on these things, and I hope they help you in your journey to find love.
Growing up, my sisters were actually very introverted. They were very reserved ladies. Compared to me, I'm the last girl. And you know, those kind of growing up in a family whereby the girls are like, don't talk to anybody, don't look at anybody, don't greet too much, just walk on the streets. But then me, as they gave it to me, guy, all the area boy from our streets know me. Yeah. And like, I was like, alpha. And the worst part was I used to play ball. I used to be like, Chimaka, God, what are you doing? You're not doing like a girl. But then they told me that when I gained admission, like they stopped me from going to school for 1 year. They said I had to stay back home and know how to be a girl. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so Stephanie, what is love to you?
Okay, well, firstly, I must say that love is something that is commonly misinterpreted. Love is that thing that you know that is not it. Like, love is not feasible. I know that it's something that is inside and it can be noticed between two partners. It's not something that someone from outside will just know. So, depending on the partners, everybody has their own definition of what love is to them. Yeah, that's what I feel love is.
So what is one thing that someone would do for you that you'd be like, nah, this has to be love?
Okay, for me, because everybody's different, the person has to be kind. Because I know that I'm not really an easy person or easygoing person. So you have to be kind and really patient with me, because you get to see my best if you really get patient with me. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the first before every other thing, before you now start talking about maybe gifts but then you really need to be kind to me. You really need to, because I can be a pain in the ass. Yes.
So you mentioned gifts. Would you say gifts is your love language?
No, it's not my love language. But
so what's your love language?
My love language is quality time.
Okay.
Though it's quality time. And also my love language is words of affirmation. Like, you just have to tell me that you love me all the time. Because if you tell me today and you don't tell me tomorrow, it's going to be a problem. Yes, dear.
Okay, so do you believe relationships can happen long distance?
Yeah, sure. For a long distance relationship to work, I feel that both parties need to be ready. They need to be seriously committed to each other. Like, you can be committed to anything, but you see that your partner has to be your number one. Before you even start mentioning love or any other thing, commitment must be like there's a paramount in long distance relationship, because you are not seeing yourself. Me and my partner were supposed to be in the same location first. I cannot work on a long distance relationship that we just start talking on phone. I will not be able to trust you enough. But then I must have seen you. We must have, even if we were not dating when you were there, but then we have this friendship, we have this thing together. Then when you go, it will be much more easier. So obviously you have to communicate, and communication cannot work without commitment. Because when you are committed to something, I'm committed to my phone, I can be pressing, I can be doing other things. But if I'm not committed to my phone, you will not see me on my phone. Do you get? But when you're committed to your partner, communication becomes very, very easy. So you not hear something like, okay, I was baiting when you called me now, or I want to warm stew, let me call you later, or let me close my fridge, I'll call you later. So it just has to be that commitment.
One thing about long distance relationships, I feel they can take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
Like they can be so stressful, especially when you're someone that is longing.
Yeah.
It's like what happens when you're longing and when you need affection, and then this person is like on the other side of the world. Yeah. So I don't know, talk about like the struggles in long distance relationship as it affects your mental health.
So long distance relationship, it can really take a toll on your mental health, especially when you want this physical attention and the person is not. Maybe that's when he's outside, or maybe that's when he's going through a work stuff or processing something, and then he's not there. But if it's someone that really loves you and someone that is willing to make things work, whatever time he has taken outside, he's going to make it up, even times two, when he's available to you. That's just one thing about long distance relationship. You cannot really get that person all the time, but then when you get that person, it comes in like just like a big box of gifts, and it comes a lot. Okay, just looking at here, you're just so distracted, colorful gifts. But then you have to trust this person. After commitment, you have to trust this person. And if you don't trust a partner in my idea, I don't think even any relationship can work. Talk more of a long distance relationship. If you don't trust a partner,
No,
you have mental bipolar. If there's any word like that, mental bipolar. Patience. There is no love without patience. Everybody has their own craze, weary. Like, you just have to be patient. I feel that even in the Bible, it's there. Anything that is good, anything that is worth it, takes time. And I feel this is one problem our generation lacks, because they want that big, beautiful, type of love. But then if you really check to go back and look at those relationships that actually led to something worthy, those relationships took time. To build a house, it didn't take a day. You go through foundation first, like you have to work it out. And that working out cannot work if that commitment I mentioned in the first place is not there. I'm this kind of person that, you see, crushes. If I crush on you, that means I cannot have you. I cannot date you. I cannot have anything to do with you. That's me. Yes, I swear. Because my crushing is like I'm physically attracted to you, and then I'm not going to take you serious. Let me not lie. If I just say this person is my crush, nah. But then most relationships are actually entered like, I must see you, and I wouldn't like you from the very beginning, no. But this is like a conscious effort from myself that, okay, I think I would want to work out something with this person. And that's the question I always ask myself. And then if I go on like that, you say that, okay, this is going to lead to something beautiful. But then I cannot just say somebody that's, oh, I love this boy is fine, blah, blah, blah. It will not work. That is for me. People have their own, but then crushes don't work for me. You get, and most importantly, money. Money, the last word. Money must be, even if you don't say it, when money enter, love is sweeter. Yes.
True. Okay, so you believe relationship takes work, like love takes work.
Yeah, love takes work a lot, and not work like the way we are saying it, a lot of it. Even as you're saying it now, you might not really know each relationship has their own work. You get, like, it takes a lot of work, and it takes two persons that don't want to give up on each other. Okay.
Can you leave a relation? Can you leave someone because of cheating? Like, because they cheated?
Yes, that's enough reason. I don't know why, but I know some girls can do, but me, if you cheat on me, guy, I don't japa. I've japped.
Do you think there's a difference between being in a relationship and dating?
That's a tricky question there. Being in a relationship and dating. And when I say I am in a relationship, my partner knows that we, two of us, we are dating ourselves. But then when I say, okay, dates, you feel they date yourself, that kind of thing. You get? So I think I'm answering this from my own knowledge. I don't know if it's entirely right, but then I feel that being in a relationship is just, you're already sure of this. Yes, you are already sure of exactly this commitment is already there. But dating, you can put the dating as talking stage. People does they start. But then you go get the kind of part where you go reach for, where you're going to say, guy, this is not be dating again, our relationship. That kind of thing. So that's the thing.
But do you think marriage is important?
Well, for me, it's important. I think it depends on the person. Some persons don't feel marriage. For me, it's very, very important. For me, I'm not saying that that's the only thing that a girl should do, but then for me, it's important. I actually want to get married, not only to get married, but to get married to the right person. The person that I know that's okay. I'm going to be like happy forever. If you marry the wrong person, your hell begins on earth. Trust me when I say this, that if you marry a wrong person, your hell begins in earth. So whether you now go to hell after, I don't know. But then, if you marry the wrong person, you are done. Yeah, that's like the greatest, and it's one of the greatest mistakes that I feel that you don't really know how to really work out or get over. That's why they tell you that look out for these signs in relationship. This red flags is very important, because if you walk into marriage and then it has to go this way, you have to leave. Oh, don't mind what they're saying about the stigma of coming out divorcee. Fine, but then if it's something that you would have actually done before, it's your conscience and you, it's something that your conscience will hit you for. Let it be that just one new character or one something just erupt inside the marriage, but it's not like something that you know you've been seeing in the relationship and you choose to cover your face and then you enter. Yes, people tell you leave, move on, but deep down, when you move on or when you leave the marriage, you will be the one hitting yourself, because you know that you
saw the red flags.
Yes, and you have actually done it. Yes, but then that's just that. I say anything that it takes you in this relationship, if you want it to be fire, if you let it be fire so that it will be sweeter in marriage, yes, quarrel every day as long as you get what you want. Anything, you see that when I say checking off your phone, like check your partner's phone. Like, if you want to cry, start crying inside the relationship now.
Better you sit now and cry.
Because I don't understand the idea of me dating my partner and then I don't even have his password to his phone. It's not possible. Me, every day, morning, afternoon, night. And if you delete it, I will know. If you let your WhatsApp be so clean, I will know. So you have to do these things. Relationship is like, see it as something like you are building a house. When building a house, you are going to really be strained. You're going to be stressed out. But you tend to enjoy it when you are done building the house. So just see it like it's a work that you have to, a must work you have to do, so that when you are done fine-tuning your relationship, you can have the glorious of marriage because if you guys end up together, it's going to be perfect. But then if you now leave what you are meant to be enjoying in marriage, if you now carry it to relationship, in marriage you end up crying. Okay, that's why I don't really see that gift and everything. It's just at the last part of it. I have a lot of things to do. The gift is going to come in, but then I have a lot of work. If this person is meant for me, what are the flags? What am I seeing? If I react this way, how does he react? There are many things. If I'm not in my glorious days, how does he feel? Because a partner that if I'm sad, you are not sad, is a red flag to me. I'm not saying that you should be crying with me, but then you should have this empathy.
Connection.
Exactly.
So do you believe dating is good for mental health? Because I don't know if you've seen, but there are this really crazy relationship stories, like where the guy is beating her, one thing is stopping. People spend long hours crying and just like, please, can you listen to me? I'm trying to talk. All that. So would you really advise people to get in relationships?
The thing is that it just depends on the time you are getting in that relationship. Like, this should be a good question for me, because I'm this kind of person that cry too. Those things I would want to, like, I'm a good example of, are you listening to me? But then there's this edge of wanting, no matter the heartbreak guy, I will still go back to relationship. My dear, we are chasing something. We're not good dating because we want to play. There's something that I want the best out there. I don't want something that is ordinary. For me, I don't want an ordinary relationship. I don't want an ordinary marriage. I want something that if someone could see outside, like, guy, this is the best. So for me to get this best, I have a lot of work to do. Myself, my partner, and the process we take, it's going to be a challenging one. What you have to do is you have to pray to God. Most especially, you have to pray to God very well to give you the strength and the energy you get. And then look for a distraction that can help you. Anytime that you are having you're having issue with your partner, then you should just, you are doing this thing, and then it just leaves your head. Like, now I'm calling with my boyfriend and I'm doing this video, so I cannot remember again. Yeah, even if it's just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then your mind is already
don't let
out.
It control you. Don't let it rule you.
Exactly. And it's okay to cry, my dear. But then, after crying, what's next? You will cry. What you should think about is the after effects. Your plan. Because you see that crying, if you cry, baby, you cannot stop it. God has to be in, like I always advise, God has to be in the process.
It's dates with God.
You have to, like, because me personally, I feel that the reason why I should love the way I love, even more than the way people feel that it's supposed to be love, is because I actually read my Bible. I actually understand that even God has already instructed us to love as Christ loved the church. So if my partner, he has not yet gotten to that part of the Bible verse, that one is alone to even break up with that person. Because you should love me like how Christ loved the church. Do you get? And you know how the church behaved. You know Christ even died. So I used to hear the story that can you die for a partner? This thing may look like is not a feasible question or is something, but then if I don't have it in my head that I can say, okay, I can die for this boy, that means I don't think I love you. That's how I love you. And that's what you should be. It should be from both sides.
Absolutely. Love
Yes.
completely.
And love is a beautiful thing with the right person. If you see someone that you love and the person loves you the exact amount, like, you see this energy that you don't love a guy too much, that's trash. If all of you could love on the same quota, guy, you will really enjoy that love. Like, you really, really, really enjoy it. So then for people that are in toxic relationship, I actually feel for you. I know what it's like to be in a toxic relationship, especially those ones that are violent, but then they'll tell you, move out. But do you know that those people, I don't think they can actually move out. The only thing you can extend to them is prayer. Pray for them, because there are a lot of reasons why they are there in the first place. Some don't want to leave because they don't have anywhere to go to. Some don't want to leave because this person has been there for them from day one. Maybe the boy was the one that trained them and everything. So don't want to leave because they are afraid of starting afresh from the starting again. So don't want to leave because they cannot leave emotionally. They are still in love with that person. And how would you help someone that is in love? It's just prayer. Because you cannot advise person. You know if you advise person they in love. So I feel that those one that is in a toxic relationship, you have to pray. Like, you have to just make it a conscious habit that you are saying every single day, God, I know that you know that this is not good for me. I also know that this is not good for me. I cannot live without you helping me. Trust me, one day you would go before anything happens to you. Because it's not by your own power, it's by God's own power.
Wow. Like a personal place. That was a lot of it. Final question. What's your advice to young people? Would you advise them to go out there, date, do what you have to, be young, be you, be free? Or would you advise them to focus? Focus. So what's your advice to young people?
Who was even there to focus in this life?
I mean,
when the life is not even focusing on its own. My advice to young people is like, just be yourself. If you are this kind of person that you want to date a lot of person, yes, if you date 10, 20, it's just to continue dating. You keep on learning by every relationship. Yes, you may cry, you may have different heartbreaks, but then the most important thing is that you're not giving up. We should not give up. If you like, date one, date Cheel, date Jide, date all of them, and 7 of them broke your heart. Please, my dear, move to the next, the 8th person. If he still breaks your heart, 9. Your prayer is that God, they bring my right person. If you know they bring my right person, they go. My prayer, I tell my thank God and see God. The earlier the better. Like a personal conversation, God, if you don't bring my man, I'll continue doing this nonsense. Like, it's just me daring my own God. So you have this relationship with your God, personal relationship, so that you can be able to talk to God, like converse with Him, to get advice also. You may be surprised, but then you get some things too.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for doing this.
Thank you too.
At some point, I was like, God, I wish this in a podcast.
Are you serious? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to do this.
God will help us. Yeah. Amen.
Thank you.
May we have all the love that we are supposed to have.
Amen. Oh, amen. May we find love.
Tune in for my marriage ceremony coming up 2020, 2027.